Every time. Jonathan here, DJ Puff the Third, too early for my audience, of course, but I need to get something done before it gets too dark. Naturally, I don't feel too good, but I don't feel too bad either. And while there's light, I'm going to have to try and achieve something. Right. I've got some wood chip and bark mulch to put down and some lumps of wood for like a mini beast corner. Everything going in the corner, so I better get active before it's too late really. There's still so much shit around the back here. Still need a skip. I need to get rid of all this stuff. Oh. So I've already got one on. Wood, lots of pieces of cut wood. I've got to clean crap away as well, annoyingly. So much rubbish here that needs taken away. And by the time I've done it, there probably won't even be any time to do any work. Because light is already running out. Wood chip, loads of it. See, I don't even have the room for this wheelbarrow. Hello, back in the garden again at the old flat. Having a minor clean up, and then I was shifting about pieces of wood and putting wood chip down. That's a 5 brick, that's very heavy. Oh. I've already had 2 loads of this bark mulch wood chip, and I've not put it on the path, but I put it in front of the path in a slope going down to the new birch tree. I've also planted like a perennial wallflower, a purple one, and there's a fern to go in as well. I don't have any, I might have a springbok grape somewhere, yeah, just right in front of my face. Yeah. These concrete boots just don't have room for nothing. And I've done a swap for that sweet chestnut. I planted that sweet chestnut, and I took one of the tiny pine trees, and I've got it in the ground there. I'll be a dead man before that, breaking any walls down or blocking any light. Very gone. It's a tiny little pine tree there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some bricks and I'm going to surround that, and then I'm going to put some wood chip down. See if I can find two more. Get rid of this. It's only going to get in the way. Hello, we've got someone here. Right. This corner, there's a bit of a story, a little story, but deep in that corner there is a thin slice of a beech tree. Now that beech tree, there's two massive copper beech trees opposite here, that villa over there, years ago, and that villa dates back to the mid to late 1800s, and they took the beech trees out in the 90s. I think when the old lady died, the new owners saw pound coins, and naturally for years and years and years they've done their best to, you know, get rid of anything that would have impeded their efforts to turn that building into flats, and it has been flats for some years now. But there used to be two beech trees there. I remember at the time in the 90s, mid to late 90s, they cut them down, and there was one piece of beech wood, and then me being quite young, still tall, but this, it must have been very, very big tree, and I remember struggling with it even from just over the other side of the road to here, and I wheeled it along, like, you know, on its edge, and it must have been up to here, so well over 100 years old tree even then, possibly up to 200. And the remains of it are still there to this day, so we're in 2024 now, and that beech sliver of trunk is still there. It still hasn't completely rotted away. It's over here, just like that, still there in the corner. I don't know if I can snap this in half. This will go to making a mini beast pile, just rotten logs basically. Stuff that there. Pile everything up next to it, and I've got some more on the buggy that I got from Long Lane Wood. These are oak and they come with all the lichen and everything on. Well, as far as I know, they're from oak. I might be wrong, they feel a bit light, but stuff these at the back. Well, I need to get this done as quickly as possible, really. You can see that pile of wood building up. I should cut this fern back, to be honest. I'll compost that. Oh, I've no idea what's happening. New Year's Eve. I might end up on my own. I may go to the Black Horse at Biggin Hill to see Tony Patience. I may be here with Linda and her family, but I just don't know. I've got a couple of days left and not heard anything. But after everybody having a cold at Christmas and me giving the cold to Linda, I don't even know if she was in the mood, but it's just the way it is. They always seem to release this shit before Christmas. It's the third year in a row I've been sick at Christmas. So fucking sick of it. I'm sure they do it deliberately. They release this stuff in laboratories shortly before Christmas. And you can see the ferns there, and these ferns, I planted them in the early 90s, about 93, 94 I think, and they came from the Sandilands area, not far from Heron's Croft and the memorial, Tramlink Memorial, but opposite the same building where the mistletoe tree is, the big lime tree that's drowning in mistletoe. Round the back there's a load of ferns, we've got it from there. Of course the original source of the ferns is gone now because of the March of Human Progress. It's the way it is. There is some whippy bits of ivy there, so I think I'm going to cut them out. Hello! I can't read chat, I'm afraid, because I'm in front of the camera, so I hope everybody had a good Christmas. With family, of course. I don't have any family, and I was sick as well, which didn't help, but hoping everybody else had an enjoyable and happy Christmas. There is actually a piece of trellis there. It might be held in by all the ivy, but I'm not sure if I want to rip it out at the moment. And also there's a bit of a hole in the ground. I'm not sure whether that's caused by rats or it's just a hole where a root was and it's rotted away and it's collapsed. It could be rats, I don't know. Already the light's running out. And I think now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start putting the wood chip down. We've got 2 lots. And I can get so much more. There won't be any shortage. Because it's literally all over the place. That long lane. Then ferns will break through that wood chip very easily. That's just a thin layer, but I can add more to it later. Need to put some around the outside. I won't have enough to go here at the moment, in this corner. Still considering whether to plant another tree here, maybe an elder, I'm not sure. I might just leave it for now. Oh. You can see that this has already been infiltrated by all the mycelium, the fungal mycelium inside it. Is the perfect temperature conditions inside that particular part of the pile, and there's already white mycelium fungus inside it. And this is all basically going to block down, this entire corner is just going to block down. I'll fill that hole up a bit. Cover up that bleach log as well. Yeah, could probably do some more, but won't be today. That's 2 lots. Just putting down bark mulch wood chip in the corner basically. And I can just keep going back and back and getting more. So that's basically that corner done. I think I'll keep getting more in and I'll top it up. Them ferns there will come back very easily. There won't be any problem with them coming back. Another fern cut back. Should have been done earlier really. I'll put that in the compost. Hello! I hope everyone had a happy Christmas and holidays. Luckily that's not attached, so I can just get straight to picking it up. Apart from the plastic rubbish. Oh, right. Look at that, no grass to be seen anywhere after all the trampling around, walking about. There's zero grass here now, none, nothing. But it doesn't really matter because I can just bark mulch everything, literally everything. I've got the resource on it, may as well use it. Almost knocked the tripod over. It's a rather flat cat, isn't it? Concrete cat. Oh. Also, these daffodils, small daffodils, they were coming up in the compost, and they may well be the daffodils that were in my family grave at Elmer's End Cemetery. I did take some, split them up, put them back, keep some, and I had some in half of an old foot warmer, but naturally it vanished, it just disappeared along with a load of other stuff here. And these are coming up in a compost bin, and they're exactly the same ones, so I've potted them on, and they come from the father side grave. So I just got them out the front of the greenhouse. I will add again to it later. Put some more mulch, and then it's just a case of clearing all these plastic pots away, and I'm just going to have to fill the whole of the gardenelle with bark mulch basically. It'll be soft underfoot. It'll be good for all the mini beasts, insects, everything, and the birds and the worms that will rot down into the ground. It's probably better to have everything bark mulched than it is to have grass. And to be honest, I can't see one blade of grass anywhere now, so I'm just going to cover it all with wood chip. And as I said, I've done a bit of an exchange with that sweet chestnut tree that I planted. Ah, hello Lloyd. The vlog that the cat came from next door. I missed the other one. Yeah, Mekati, I've not seen her since, to be honest. I'm not sure where Chat is. I did see Chat come up, but yeah, I don't know where Bass is. I've not seen her since, to be honest. And then another big message came up and I missed that. But yeah, I've got a little pine tree there. A little pine, and that I'll probably be long gone before that's of a nuisance if it ever turns into one. You know, Roland, hope you had a good Christmas. I was sick all Christmas, so it really didn't help. Again, third year in a row. hate it, but it's just the way it is. You get ready for Christmas and then there's illnesses going round, colds, supposed to have been a cold. It's rather like one I had before that gut thing. There was a cold, and then there was a gut norovirus, and there was a cold before that. And it was rather like what I had before, but not quite as bad. Still went partially deaf for a while. And one morning I literally got out of bed to turn the light off in the hallway to go to bed, and I was shivering, literally. I was like this, I was shivering. I went, fuck this, went back to bed. Never happened again, it's just a one-off. But for a moment I was shivering heavily. But yeah, I pretty much set out what I meant to do. It was only a short job, but I will get more of that wood chipping at some point. And I had to get it done because we're running out of light, basically. So that's where the section of beech trunk is very thin. Section of cut beech trunk, it's been there since the early to mid 90s, that beech trunk, and it's buried under there now, and it's still there 2024, and it's still not rotted away. Other pieces of wood, just a insect mini beast log pile, and this little pine tree, and I've put bricks around it, and I've made sure to leave it soil in the middle so the roots can breathe. We found this concrete flat cat. I might paint it at some point, and I've just 2 different recycle bins of wood chip. I'm going to get some more. Over here we've got cyclamen hederifolium, but I don't think they flower very well because there's not enough light here, or it's too damp. I'm not really sure, but they are struggling. That's if it is hederifolium. It looks like it is with them leaves, cyclamen hederifolium. There's another brick there, black one. But that is about it. And I'm pretty sure that the entire of this garden, I'm just going to bark mulch all of it. There's no point having grass here, to be honest, when I can just bark mulch the lot. But the thing is, repeated visits down there, it's going to take months to fill this up, weeks to months. And will it be deep enough anyway? And will the buggy survive it? Honestly, a bark mulch in that buggy, which is already starting to rock left and right, will it survive? I don't know. Because already had the water from Keston last year. The water from Keston was enough to wear that cargo buggy out. And now distributing bark mulch, Premier it with time. No, I do know about Premier, and you designate a time, but it's not something that I've ever tried to do, to be honest, Lloyd. I've never tried to figure it out. I don't really have the concentration now these days, but I do know of it. And not only that, with my health and my confusion. I can't really make plans for something like that. I just have to do these videos impulsively. It's starting to blur a bit now because the light is running out. Increase security on corner of flat. Well, see what I'm doing. Yeah, Roland is someone I've known for quite some time. He was from the same community as me for some time. I've known, well, Lloyd for quite some time. But yeah, the light's running out now and the picture's only going to get worse. All I did was fill this corner with 2 loads of bark mulch. I cut back some ivy, cleared rubbish, and piled up some rotten logs for a mini beast pile. And I've got a pine tree here. It would take many years for that to come to anything, and I'll put bricks around it. And I found this flat concrete cat, cement cat. So that's basically all I've done. I'm going to get more wood chipping. I've got a large supply of wood chip and bark mulch that I can fill this entire garden L with. So I need to clear all this shit out of the way. Sophie's here. I can't see Sophie. Strange. If Sophie Josephson's here, I can't see her in chat, but yeah, so you caught DJ in the garden. Look at all this stuff. There's still so much here. And I've gone on and on and on about we need to skip to get rid of this stuff. And I just don't know if it will ever happen. And it's also the stuff at the front. Look at all this. There's still shit out the front as well. Piled up here. This is it. It needs a skip, but it looks like I'll have to pay for it. And I'll probably have to load it myself. I wish I had people to help me, but it's just moaning and moaning, and people want way too much money. But as you can see, where this birch tree is, I'll put this falling over this birch tree in. There's a different kind of fern that I'm going to plant, and I'll put that's a wallflower, but it's more of a purple wallflower, not the stereotypical one. And this bark mulch here, which sort of slopes from the top path and it goes down to where the birch tree's planted. There'll be a bit of grass out the front, but not much. And as you can see, all the dirt and rubble that they deposited is still there. I need to try and get rid of some of that rubble and dirt, but it's going to take many years for the grass to recover out the front. Several years at least. So that's why I'm just going to bark mulch so many areas, because it means I don't have to deal with the grass. This is already busted, but naturally I can't get them apart. And this will go back on the buggy basically. This needs to go back on the buggy. There you go. Yeah, hopefully someday I'll be able to get rid of all this rubbish and work on this properly. Would be nice. Still coughing a lot after the Christmas illness. Had a stinking cold for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. That's that done. And inside the greenhouse, not really much has changed in here. Got this Norfolk Island pine. I moved a couple of tubs of compost. There's a lot of compost in there and in here as well. I'll have to see what I can do with them. And these trees need to go over the allotment. No, I'll have to do them one by one with the buggy. Oh, so much work to do, so little time and health. And I think now I'm probably going to end it there because it's too dark and and the camera's struggling to put detail into the picture. Oh, it's better this way, isn't it? Because the light's behind. So I think I'm probably gonna end it here. Naturally, my shoelaces are both undone for some reason, and I'm at risk of falling over. Well, if I don't get the views, I've never really been bothered, to be honest. And anyway, I'm always too early. When I'm going live or putting up videos, the Americans are always doing something else. It's too early for the day. But I didn't force myself to get to 1,000 followers, and anyway, I'm gonna end it here. It was only a small job, just sorting that corner out, moving some lumps of wood for a habitat pile, surrounding that pine tree with some bricks and putting 2 lots of bark chip down. That's basically all I was doing, and I've got to end it now because the light's running out. Anyway, thanks for coming by. This will process eventually. It's not going to take so long because it's not even an hour, and I've got another video that would go up before this explaining where I got the bark mulch. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Still coughing quite a bit tickly. Tickly. It's really annoying having this over Christmas. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's just the way it is. I have to do this impulsively because if I did designate a time, there's no guarantee that I'll feel well enough to do it. So, and there's just not enough light this time of year. Thanks for stopping by anyway. See if I do a live in the next couple of days if I go to a New Year's celebration. I would like to go to the Black Horse pub at Biggin Hill to see Tony Patience band for the New Year, but getting there will be slightly easier, even though I'll be leaving late to get there. It won't start till about 8 or 9, but getting home will be a massive issue. I'd have to see if Tony Patience could drop me back to the old flat and I'll stay here overnight. So there's no guarantee. We'll have to see what happens. Anyway, thanks for stopping by for this random video of environmental conservation. I never get that right. I always say conversation. Conservation. And just making mini beast piles, stuff that will rot down. The worms will love it too. Insects and fungi and mycelium. Gonna end it here. Rough.